Hello everyone, good morning. Today we are discussing the pseudocode. In previous video, we discussed about flowchart. Means we saw the types of flowchart. Then how we can draw the diagram of any program. Means how we can draw the flowchart of types. So today we are discussing the pseudocode. How we can write down the pseudocode of any program. A pseudocode is neither an algorithm nor a program. It is not algorithm or neither a algorithm nor a program. It is an abstract form of a program. It consists of English-like statements which perform specific operations. We will write the English-like statements to statements in pseudocode. It performs specific operations. It is defined for an algorithm. It does not use any graphical representation. Means we cannot draw any graphical diagram of this pseudocode. In a pseudocode, the program is represented in terms of words and phrases. Means we will write the pseudocode in terms of in the form of words and phrases. We cannot draw here any diagram of this pseudocode. But the syntax of a program is not strictly followed. Means it has some particular syntax. It will not strictly follow that syntax of this pseudocode. Then easy to read. It is very easy to read, easy to understand. It will help to understanding purpose. Easy to modify. If you want to changes anything, so it will easy to modify. The program can be developed easily from a pseudocode rather than a flowchart, because it's very difficult to draw the flowchart, because you should know the all symbols. If you want to draw the flowchart of any particular program, you should know all the symbols. Means for particular step which type of symbol we are using. If you know that, then it is very easy to draw. But in pseudocode there is no any graphical representation. Means you can there is no any diagram. We should write the statements in English like statements. Means in word or phrases there is no any particular syntax. So it's very easy to develop the pseudocode. See here, this is the example of the pseudocode. Means how we can write down the pseudocode. For example, write a pseudocode to perform the basic arithmetic operations. Basic arithmetic operations means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the basic arithmetic operation. Using the basic arithmetic operation, how we write down the pseudocode of the program. See here. There is no start and stop in this code. Directly read the inputs. Means whatever inputs you are using in your program, so read that inputs. Read n1 and n2. We are using here number 1 and number 2. Then sum equals to number 1 plus number 2. Means addition of two numbers. We are using here n1 and n2. So sum equals to n1 plus n2. Then difference equals to n1 minus n2. Means subtraction of two numbers. Then multiplication equals to n1 into n2. Means how we can multiply two numbers n1 into n2. Then division equals to n1 divided by n2. Then using this mathematical formula, whatever result we get it, we will print here. Print sum, difference, multiply, mult and division. Means whatever result we get it, so print that result. Then last is end of this pseudocode. This is the, it has not particular syntax. We will write down the pseudocode in English like statement using the phrases, word and phrases. So it is very easy to understand. This is the type to write down this is the format to write down any particular program pseudocode. It is very easy to understand to the user. For writing purpose also it is very easy to write it. Then high level languages. High level languages. Which are high level languages? High level languages means what? See here. High level language is a programming language such as C, Fortran, Pascal that enables a programs to write programs that are more or less independent of computer. Such languages are considered high level languages. So C, C++, Java, VB, these are the high level languages. So in your syllabus you have a C programming language for this semester. So C is one of the high level language. They are closer to human language. Then example is C, C++, Fortran, Pascal. These are the high level languages. There are other languages also, Java, VB, Oracle. These all are high level languages. Then advantages: easier to read, write and maintain. It is very easy to read. It is very easy to write and read, write and maintain. Then second one is high level language must be translated into machine language by a compiler or interpreter. Compiler or interpreter means what? So see, whatever code you are using in C, C language means we will type the code on English like statements, but computer doesn't understood the English like statement. So in high level language must be translated. So this high level language, it will translate whatever English like statements you have you have typed on computer doesn't understood that English like language. It will translate that language into machine level language. Machine only understand the binary language, means 0 and 1. 0 and 1 are the binary codes. In that 0 and 1 it will translate it. There is a compiler in computer, compiler or interpreter. It translate that language, means human understandable languages, English like languages translated to machine language, means in binary format. Means this compiler will translate that language, means computer easily understand that language. Then low level languages. Low level languages means what? These are easily understood by computers. These are machine dependent languages. So this is machine dependent languages, and high level languages are machine independent languages. For example, machine languages are 0 and 1. These are the binary numbers 0 and 1. Machine language means binary format. And assembly languages, these are the examples of the low level languages. Programs of these languages are not transferable from one computer to another. Means we cannot transfer this type of language from one computer to another computer. This is called as a low level languages. Then compiler. Compiler means what? What is the work of the compiler? See, it converts the high level language into machine level language, is known as compiler. Means whatever English words we have typed on computer doesn't understood this English like alphabets A B C D like this. It cannot understood this ABCD language, means English like language. This compiler is convert this language into binary format, means 0 and 1. 0 and 1 are the binary codes. So translate that English like language into binary format, means computer easily understand that binary language. So that is called as a compiler. That is the work of the compiler, means convert the high level languages into the machine understandable form, means in binary format. Then interpreter. Interpreter means what? See, this language processor converts higher level of language program into machine language by converting it line by line, is called as an interpreter. Means converting that language in line by line is called as a interpreter. Then assembler. Assembler means what? Here assembler, this language processor converts the program written in assembly language into machine language. Means whatever there is a processor in computer, so that processor converts the programs, means whatever program we have written is in assembly language, means English like language, it is convert into machine understandable format, means in binary format. That is known as the assembler. Then here your third module is end. Means in third module we discuss how we can draw the how we can write down the algorithm of the program, how we draw the flowchart of the program. Before writing the code of the code of the program, we write down the algorithm, then we draw the flowchart. Means easily user can understand how we can write down the code of that particular program. Then you write down the exact coding of that program. So before that we write down the algorithm, then draw the flowchart, then write down the coding of the program. Then in fourth module you have the C programming. So how we can write down the code of any program. So we will discuss the next module in next video.